Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Our hot water heater went out, and I gave Tammy my bank card so she could get a water heater or repairs to this one done, and they didn't accept it.
Okay. Well, the courts have all that stuff there.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because nobody would give me anything regarding the account. I can't monitor the account if you won't give me access.
Why do you have to monitor my account,
Because
honey?
I have been assigned as guardian.
Why
over
were
your
you
funds.
why were you assigned my guardian? Why do I need a guardian? Just because I'm 80?
Johnny,
I
stop.
don't need you, Johnny. You done did your mother and put her in a grave. Okay?
No,
So leave me alone.
Put her in a grave. So stop that. He didn't do anything to his mother. And whatever you're thinking is just not true.
Then why are you keeping every dime of her money if you're her guardian? I've spent every dime of her money appropriately. I'm the only one here with her. I'm the only one buying her groceries. Why would you stop that? Why would you try to hurt her more? The courts didn't hold up the money, Debbie. You did.
Okay,
They told me that. Why would you do that? Why would you act like she's in danger? Why would you all lie and act like that so she doesn't get served the paperwork that I had to go pay $1 a page to get, Debbie? Why? Did she hang up too? Great guardians. We need to get, for our own safety, we need to hit the road come Monday morning.
Yeah, we will.
Yep. It's gone too far. So sorry that they're doing this to you. So sorry they're doing this to you. You don't deserve any of this. Nothing out of spite. Unbelievable. And they both hang up. Both guardians. The alleged incapacitated person.
I'm not.
I know.
It is alleged.
Yeah.
It wasn't proven, and they can't prove that I am. I don't know what they're trying to do unless they're trying to confiscate everything.
They're trying to get the property out of Scott's name. That's the biggest thing they're trying to do. But in order to do that, they got to prove that you weren't in your right mind.
This is mine as long as I'm living. Just better make sure that I live, dummies.
It says certificate of service to family members. Your name and address is part of that. Certificate of service, I thought, was when they serve you.
I didn't get any service.
But I wonder if that's what they're trying to say. I almost think that's what that means. Let's see what. Should I read it or no?
Yeah.
Okay, this is stuff we hadn't seen before. Petition to determine incapacity. Petitioners allege that Petitioner Deborah DeHart is an adult age 70 whose present address is blah blah. And who is your daughter? Samantha Powell, 56, her address, daughter. Petitioners believe Gloria Ann Robinson Hamilton, age 88, a resident of Pasco County, Florida, to be incapacitated based upon the following information. The proposed has lost most of her vision due to macular degeneration.
I have not.
Suffers from memory loss. We all know.
We all do. Yeah.
Has inaccurate recall of recent events.
Not true.
And undergoes extreme mood changes.
That's not true.
The proposed was unduly influenced into executing the deed attached here, vesting title solely in the name of her son, Timothy Scott Robinson.
He was the only one that was around.
But did he unduly influence you to do that?
No, he did not.
Did he influence you at all to do that?
No, he did not.
What influenced you to do that?
Them. They're not showing up. They're not coming to see if I need anything. They did not care for me at all.
Sorry. The names and addresses.
It's just like now,
I know.
Tammy. Just
crazy.
like now.
It's crazy. I didn't believe it.
Okay, do you believe it now?
Yes, I believe it. I'm so sorry. The alleged incapacitated person is incapable of exercising the following rights. You can't personally apply for government benefits or contract or to sue or defend lawsuits, to manage property. You can't do any of these things, or you couldn't do. Travel, have a driver's license, seek or retain employment, vote, marry, make decisions about your social environment.
I can marry.
To consent to medical and mental health treatment, to determine your residency. But they're saying you can't do any of that. To manage property or to make any gift.
That means
You
I'm
can't
a vegetable. I just sit in the corner and go.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're. Oh God, I can't believe she thinks she's gonna get away with this. If you stayed in that rehab any longer, you might have ended up like that. You told them that it was making you worse, didn't you? Or did you?
What?
That being in that rehab place was deteriorating you.
It was crazy. It was driving me crazy.
Because just from the first days you got out till now, totally different. There are the following possible alternatives to guardianship, and that is the power of attorney, designation of healthcare surrogates.
They're just mad because they took away the power of attorney. Because that's what I thought Debbie was going to do. Take my property, sell it, and split the monies.
Because that's what they did to her mother-in-law.
That's what they did to his mom. She didn't have a home. She didn't have nothing. And she was bounced around from one kid to the next.
If a guardianship is being sought, explain why the checked possible alternatives. Petitioners were appointed as agents under your durable power of attorney.
Durable.
And your son unduly influenced you to terminate the document.
He did not.
He was arrested on October 25th for felony possession of methamphetamine and is currently incarcerated at the Pasco County Jail to serve out his sentence. That is such a lie. He is sitting in jail because he has a violation of probation by driving, once again, on a suspended license like a dummy. While he was out of jail, he unduly influenced you to execute a deed transferring title to her homestead property solely into his name.
He did not do that. That is not true.
He influenced you to give him money to use to buy himself and his ex-wife, Robin Robinson, methamphetamine drugs.
It is not true. And then that nasty comment she made about Daryl. Oh, that just pisses me off. Daryl has done nothing but help me. And Daryl comes in to see if I'm okay, if I need something to eat. But they don't ask if I need anything to eat. Do they?
Nope. Not even once. Absolutely nothing. Okay. This is a supplement, which you've never seen. Okay. An order approving this petition was entered on November 15th and is scheduled for hearing November 21st. The alleged incapacitated person has been released from rehabilitation facility and is residing in her homestead in the care or custody of Daryl Hamilton and Crystal Nelson. You weren't in their custody, they were just helping you, right?
I wasn't in their custody.
You don't need to be in
They were
custody.
just here helping me so I wouldn't be alone.
Yes.
Where were those guardians?
The alleged person's son, after unduly influencing his mother to sign over her homestead into his name only,
That is not true.
executed a rental agreement with Crystal Nelson, permitting her to reside on the property. The Pasco County and Hernando County criminal records of Crystal Nelson are attached here too, as Exhibit B and C, respectively. Crystal Nelson sent threatening voicemails to Deborah DeHart and has no care or interest in the well-being of you. other than to conduct illicit activities in the trailer Scott permitted her to reside in. Daryl Hamilton is a friend of Timothy Scott Robinson, with no care or interest in the well-being of you. The revocation of power of attorney that Timothy Scott Robinson unduly influenced you to sign is also attached.
No, the reason I did it is because I knew that as a power of attorney, they could come in and they could sell my home out from underneath me. They could take everything I had out from underneath me. I could do nothing about it.
I'm worried that they're doing something like that. I mean,
That's what they are trying to do. They are trying to do that now. Take everything away from me. So I would be here without even a home. And that's why I took the power of attorney out of their control. That's why I revoked it.
would you like to keep it revoked, or?
I would like to keep it revoked. I don't need a damn power of attorney.
This is Crystal's long record. Traffic infraction, proof of insurance required. Traffic infraction, unlawful speed. Traffic infraction, speeding in a posted county zone. Traffic infraction, proof of insurance required. Traffic infraction, no valid certificate of registration. Traffic infraction. So there are 2 pages of such a bad criminal so far has been all traffic.
I know, and that's mostly what Scotty's is.
And there was one day, January 11th, that
she's a felon because she
of that
kicked
one
the
day.
cop.
After getting her face smashed into the concrete, I heard. But she was all
Yes.
messed up on Xanax at the time.
Yes, she was.
She
was
told
going
you about
through
that?
A lot of hell. Yes, she was going through a lot of hell because of her husband and her kids.
So, you knew about her criminal,
Yes.
and did she treat you right?
Because she talked to me. She was very
Upfront.
sweet to me. She stayed with me so I would not be alone when, they had to go out and
Work.
whatever they had to do.
I remember it was acting like Scotty and Robin were using you and all that crap. I mean,
That's
I know they worked
bullshit.
for me for years, but
That is.
I remember them driving to St. Pete back and forth. You know, they didn't like being away from you for so long, but they were working their asses off as usual.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now this one is what really got under my skin.
You know, the thing of it is, they never did anything to try to help me.
Or even spend time.
Spend any time with me. Or to see that
And
I
they're
had
still not.
food. And they're still not.
And their excuse of Scotty draining them is way out the water. Scotty
They're
ain't
just
been here in
trying to
weeks.
put Scotty under the jail.
This is what really got me and pissed me off. Line 5. Florida Statute 7443031 provides for the waiver of service on the alleged incapacitated person if appropriate. There is the potential for substantial harm to you
That is bull.
unless the 24-hour notice requirement is waived because she is currently in the care of Crystal Nelson, a woman with a history of serious criminal offenses who has threatened
Traffic.
Deborah DeHart over the care of the alleged incapacitated person. Crystal Nelson has no relation to you. She is a friend of Scott Robinson and is unfit to care for the alleged incapacitated person. Petitioners request that the court waive the requirement for serving you with notice of the hearing because of substantial harm that may occur given the above circumstances. The issue injunctions prohibiting both Crystal Nelson and Daryl Hamilton from having any contact with you. That's crazy. To go out of the way to make sure you don't see any of this paperwork. Sorry.
I hope they're enjoying their life. I hope they love their life.
She sounds pretty miserable. Funny how they say the value of and description of the ward, you're the ward, of the ward's property are bank accounts unknown. How could it be unknown when you're the one that took it and set it up? You know what it is. Why are you trying to hide that? Not one time do they ever mention taking that money from you.
No, they're not.
Not once.
Incriminating.
God. She should be ashamed of herself. Not one bit. Pretty messed up. And then they say that reasonable search has been made for all the information. Any such information that is not set forth in full above cannot be ascertained without delay. That would adversely affect the ward or the ward's property. Petitioners request that Deborah and Sam be appointed plenary guardian of the person and the property of the ward.
The person and the property. That means her, everything about her, her clothes, her underwear, her pads, whatever she had to have, they're owners of it. Come on.
I'm just so happy that they couldn't completely blindside you, and we caught them. We caught their asses.